welcome back everyone. My name's Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left off last time, we were in the heart of Threshold. I think we're approaching the end fight of the game. Not 100% sure, but pretty sure. We rested, we're going down to what I think might be the end fight here.
Shield me from their sight.
At the very least, we're very close to it. We have to be.
I'm on.
This is it. This is definitely going to be it. Okay. We're going to save. And we're going to do a haste. And we're going to do sword. Whatever. We're also going to do this. This.
I will help where I can.
We'll get this. This. That. On yourself.
Let me help.
And also legendary proportions. Shield of Law for our group. What else do we got? All these buffs. This is going to be the end battle of the game. We might as well be buffed up. I think that's probably good though.
No reason to pause.
You have one more stuff. Come on, cast it. Okay, there we go. Alright. Let's do this thing. We're going in. We didn't mount up Sela. Oh well, that's fine.
This is where it happened. It was here that I conducted the ritual, sewing my soul and the essence of the abyss together, feeling the world change around me as every stitch brought Galarian closer to the abyss. And it was here that even though you have no memory of it, I did the same to your soul.
The interplay of light and shadow in this place gives Kyrieru an otherworldly look. She stands at the edge of the vast rift, watching the dancing reflections cast by the violet flames. When she speaks, her voice is calm and thoughtful.
A researcher must not have any personal feelings for the subjects of their experiments. And yet, I find myself unable to remain completely detached from the Worldwound. I created it. I allowed it to be. It holds a place in my heart, even if I'm slowly paying for it with my life. A researcher must be particularly resilient in the face of mistakes, incorrect hypotheses, and failed experiments. You are my failed experiment. I think I'll feel some regret for ending your current life. But you can rest assured that such sentiments will not stop me.
I can tell you've been preparing this place for battle, but there's something more to it, am I right? I sense barrier spells waiting to be activated. There's something else, something deadly.
You're so adept at magic. Of course I've been preparing for our meeting. And hopefully I've prepared well.
There's a hint of pride in Aurilu's voice, but she immediately catches herself. You've done all of this to save your child?
Yes. And no. Even if I could have brought back my daughter, I wouldn't have stopped at that. I wouldn't have been satisfied. Not after what I'd gone through. Not after the things I'd learned.
Aurilu answers and then laughs hoarsely.
I wanted to become stronger, and I wished the same for my child. I didn't want to be afraid of anything. It wasn't the dogs of Threshold or even Sarkoris itself that threatened us. It was the laws of a world governed by death, weakness, and separation. That is why I needed the power of the Nihindrian crystals. I did not merely wish to stave off the agony of the wound. I wanted to tear my daughter from the grasp of everything that makes us weak and mortal. You have seen a goddess. You have been face to face with demon lords. Were you awed by their greatness? Do you enjoy living in a world where your entire life cycle has been predetermined? Where everything, from your birth to what will happen to your soul after you die, has been decided for you? Or do you find, now that you have experienced the mythic power coursing through your blood, that you prefer to live in a world that you can change? A world that offers you a chance to be anything you want.
I enjoy having power, but only because it allows me to make the world a better place.
I also want to make the world a better place. But not for everyone. Only for the one person I care about.
Why did you call me your failed experiment?
When I poured what was left of my daughter's soul into your soul, I was expecting it to bring her back. They say death and the judgment of Pharasma purges the soul of everything it once was in life. But this cannot be true. I have researched this subject meticulously and have collected enough evidence to prove that supernatural beings born from mortal souls can recall their past. Sometimes partially, sometimes fully.
The witch shivers as if caught by a sudden chill. She looks away for a moment.
I watched you day and night waiting for it to happen. For your memory to awaken, or your instincts at least. For anything familiar, something I could immediately recognize. I tested you. I asked you questions and... nothing. Nothing.
You merged the remnants of your daughter's soul with mine, so why do you want to harm me?
If a hypothesis is proven wrong, it needs to be rejected. But the research process does not stop there. That is all I can tell you right now.
You've been carrying the wound in your soul for a long time. Does that mean you'll die soon?
It will kill me eventually. But I still have some time left. Years. Or decades, perhaps. But it doesn't matter. One of us will die today.
What will happen if one of us steps into the wound?
The tearing of the soul. Followed by a cruel and terrible death. But it will likely be quick.
Arielu responds nonchalantly. I have no more questions.
And it's finally time to end all this.
Stop. The wound may be killing our souls, but we can find a way to solve this without bloodshed.
Asking me to stop is like asking a river not to flow. Or a volcano not to erupt. Death is not the end. I have spent 100 years trying to prove it, and I will not stop now. This experiment was unsuccessful, but that just means I need to adjust the initial conditions and try again. I am still alive. I still have time. You, the current you, will have to die, but only to surrender the soul you share with my daughter. I will start over. This time I will do everything differently. I will work with even greater precision. I will turn the world upside down if I must.
Arielu's crimson eyes are fixed on us.
I promise.
For a moment, a single heartbeat, Arielu is silent. Alright, this is gonna be a hard fight. Probably. She gets to go first, but she didn't move. Which is strange. Well, it gives us a moment here to make sure we didn't miss any buffs that we want to throw on, like Sense Vitals. Now let's move over here. Actually, maybe like back here. Sela, you got anything that we missed that yeah, we'll pray the group, why not? And then we'll move back over here. Oh no, you could have mounted. Damn it. Stand by, Reaver. Okay, what do we got here? We could start with some Sirocos. We could do... Well, yeah, actually, probably Sirocos are going to be the best choice. Reaver can stay there. Ember, what do you got? Anything we want to throw on people here? I might just delay you to right after her. We're going to Guarded Hearth right here. I must have a spell I forgot with her, definitely. We did the Aegis thing. We also have, like... Avenger's Blessing. Could put that on. We could also put on, Sunmarked. fact, that's not a terrible idea. Let's do Sun Marked. She'll come to us. Where is she? Oh, she moved over there. Outside of the range of the thing. Damn it. That is slightly unfortunate. Okay, whatever. She does have concealment. Oh, I kind of want to, like... Maybe we don't do Guarded Hearth until after she finds her position, because we're going to need that buff, that wisdom modifier to hit her. She's going to have a ton of armor. She's like one of the end bosses of... Well, I think she's the end boss of the game. So let's go do that conversation real quick. I was kind of expecting her to teleport in the first turn, but I guess she just decided not to. Really quick, get through this. Blah, 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 blah,
strange. Yes, oops. I wanted. If it will, the tearing of, and it's finally time.
I wonder what the dragon path is. There's so many like weird path things I want to see what they do, but oh, she did teleport this time. Okay, good. All right, so we're gonna go in right away. But first, hop onto Reaver. I guess we could have done that.
The inheritor.
Sense Vitals. We can spend one turn not doing anything. She has 76 armor currently.
Don't hold back.
Let's try to dispel some of her spells. This is gonna be... She has so many spells. What was our roll? Our roll was 4, of course it was. Why wouldn't it be anything good? Alright, let's get Guarded Hearth up. In a useful place this time. We can move up to.
Be gone, fiend!
We missed, of course. Okay, that hurt. That's fine though. Did she get knocked off Reaver or something? No, she's moving.
Into the fray.
We can't get into... Oh, we're blocked off by someone. Oh, there we go.
No glory.
She just can't attack. Or now she can. I don't know, that was weird. It wasn't letting me attack for some reason.
I will resist.
So much life and concealment.
Strike.
We did kick her in the face for 44. We're gonna try and dispel her again. We just need to... Actually, let's take a 5-foot step. Oh, let's just walk in. We can walk in and do a dispel. Did we dispel anything this time? No, because we rolled... What was our roll this time? A wonderful 6. We need to roll a 15. So yeah, it is still pretty tough. Still a pretty tough roll, but I think we should still maybe roll more than a 6 would be nice. Do we just do Sirocos? Let's just do Sirocos. At the very least, they do guaranteed damage. Our main character just died instantly. What the hell did she hit with? Let's go take a quick look at what we died from. And see if there's a way to prevent that. Because we instantly died in like one round. What hit us here? She used Sunburst, so that did a lot of damage. So she can cast several spells in a round. So she did Hellfire Ray, Hellfire Ray, Hellfire Ray, which were all a bunch of damage. It's Unholy maximized Ray spells. What was our... Oh, she has advantage on those things? Interesting. So, while we do have resistance to fire, we don't have that much resistance to fire. What we can do is do protection from... It's not fire though, it's unholy. I mean, there is some fire there. But the unholy divine damage is what killed us. I mean, we can put up the protection from fire communal. But it's not going to really make that much of a difference.
A bright future awaits us.
Where's our Reaper? Okay. Alright, let's try this again. She doesn't have... I kind of wish I gave her last stand now. Instead of weapon finesse. That would have been a better choice. Oh well. Blah blah
A
blah,
recipro-
knowledge, blah blah
You
blah.
have seen how strange.
Blah blah
I
blah,
will- if I-
blah blah
it will
blah
appear-
blah.
And it's finally time to end all this. Asking
Okay, there we go. Teleporting in, probably. Yes.
Don't hold back.
One hit.
The sun will dawn.
We really need a dispel to hit, so we can actually deal damage to her. I think she's going to be impossible to knock down, so I'm not too upset that she didn't fall over from that. But if we keep rolling abysmally bad on our dispels, we're never going to win. Did we get it? No, of course not. Alright. Well, let's get in there.
Into the fray.
It's actually a standard action. Oh. Right, it's also area. Okay, well, let's do Guarded Hearth. She didn't do any damage that time. That's kind of nice. One turn we survived. We hit her once. Not the ideal amount of hitting her in terms of damage. We did hit her there. That's good. We're getting some Sirocos on her. More dispels. Please dispel magic. We need just one. Failed to dispel anything.
Glory without
She's probably gonna kill us again. Do we have anything that will save our lives? Probably not.
Gone, fiend!
Didn't die. Took some dex damage though. That kind of hurt.
You should have run.
Got some hits off.
Prepare yourself.
More Sirocos. Please, Ember. One dispel. That's all I'm asking for. Yes! Foresight, free movement, mind blank, bark, skin are gone. That will help us. Hopefully hit her a bit. Unless, of course, we roll like garbage. Actually, we rolled really good for all the iterative attacks that couldn't have possibly hit.
This will hurt.
Right, she has massive amounts of healing. We have several life bars to get through for her. Ember is frozen.
Guide my hand.
Just keep doing this. Got a couple hits off. Ember's going to try yet another dispel. Her whole goal in this is just to mass dispel. We failed to dispel all the rest of her millions of buffs.
into the fray.
Okay. Mass heal. Every turn, we got our strength and dex back and stuff. Prismatic spray just went off, and that was really bad. Our main character can't attack this turn, at least. More Sirocos. We're dealing like 800 damage around now. Or not 800 damage, which she healed for 800, but dealing 80 damage around now. Ember is almost dead, but not dead yet. Reaver is alive and can stand up. That's a plus. Sela is down, but not dead. We can attack now. Another life bar gone.
I will resist.
Is, oh, Soziel's dead. So we have no more mass healing coming out. Ember's still at 1. Sela can get back up and attack.
Without risk.
God, her spells are intense. She has so many of them. Alright, finally. Oof. Teleported.
I never thought that I would be responsible for the creation of my most powerful enemy.
Arilu looks as though she's about to collapse, but she does her best to remain upright. I can see you, Suture. Show yourself.
I've been waiting for you to get distracted so I can stab you in the back.
The Suture appears from hiding and looks at you balefully. I've uncovered your plans. The spells in this chamber, they're designed to kill you if something goes wrong. You've been preparing for this outcome from the start, am I right?
How very perceptive. But you didn't think I would make it easy, did you? I won't let you win. You need me alive. You want to use me to close the wound, but I can destroy myself before you have a chance.
Arilu, this is madness, an act of evil, and this is absolutely pointless. You won't accomplish anything. Is that how you really want to go? Don't do this.
You're right. I won't gain anything from this. So what now?
Arilu's eyes blaze for a moment, but then she relents.
You are stronger than I could have anticipated. As your creator, I should be proud to be defeated by the one I have imbued with power. Is there any higher praise? But I'm tired. You won't hear me pleading. Let us finish this experiment here and now.
Be back in 1 second. Arilu's eyes are full of anger and disbelief. The wound above her heart is bleeding and her shoulders are trembling, but she raises her chin defiantly. It's over. Now you will die, giving your life to help heal the world wound that you created. Do you have any last words?
Here are my last words. I regret nothing.
Arilu chuckles. Sorry, 1 second, I just gotta do... Yeah. Lawful requires Angel Mythic Path. Use Arilu's soul to close the wound. You have brought unspeakable evil to this world, Arilu, and now, at last, you will atone for it, at least in part. The wound must be closed so the world can finally breathe freely once more. The violet flames rise around Arilu like a storm, as if in the last moments of its existence, the world wound is reaching out to its creator, either pleading or menacing. The ground shakes, flames burst in and out of existence, and the world becomes a vortex of purifying light. A hymn of triumph fills your ears. It sounds like the earth and air are singing in perfect harmony. It is a song of freedom. Freedom from the horrible bleeding wound that has tormented the world for so long. And it's a song of joy. A joy shared by your allies as they join their voices to the swelling chorus. Tears shine in Eliandra's eyes as she offers up a reverent prayer of thanksgiving. The world wound is no more. It's gone. Oh, my beloved land, my fallen star chorus, you are free at last. There will be no more bloodshed, no more corruption. Targana laughs triumphantly. It is done. 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 This was worth an eternity of torture in the Abyss. I would suffer it all again just to witness this glorious moment of victory. The old paladin drops to one knee. Glory to heaven and glory to you, Commander. It seems impossible. Arilu is gone and so is the wound. We are free of that accursed witch and her terrible creation. And after 100 years, all it took was a single mortal. A mortal who became an angel. No. A mortal became something more than an angel. I've never felt such joy and delight in all my life, and if I live another 100 years, I will probably never experience a moment like this again. I want to heal wounds and celebrate our victory, but there is something else we must do first. You've killed Discari. Right now he is weak, vulnerable. Most importantly, he is no longer immortal. If we go to his abyssal realm, my radiant friend, we can end him once and for all. Yes, you're right. Neither the world nor our allies will be safe as long as that monster is alive. I've never felt this eager to go into battle. I want to watch the sun rise knowing that this land, no, the entire world is no longer under the threat of demonic darkness. I mean, yes, we can kill Discari, but it seems kind of weird throwing this in at the end there. We are going to need to use some Raise Dead scrolls. Mostly because we have a couple dead people. Let's do this up. Raise Dead on... That's Restoration. Where's our Raise Dead ones? They're there. Bloop. And... bloop. Now we gotta wait for them to get back up so that we can use Restoration. Is anyone... Oh yeah, we need Restoration on, like, everyone. First of all, let's just do a mass heal and see who actually needs Restoration. And who just had a bunch of damage that can be easily healed off. That one's all healed off. That's all healed off. So that's permanent. We need to do restorations for those.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Bloop. And more. There we go. Also, did any of our pets die? No, surprisingly our pets survived, weirdly. I'm used to them being the first ones to die. Okay, so we have all those people healed. And I guess we're ready to go in there and punch things in the face, specifically just Discari. We have most of our buffs still on, so I'm pretty sure we can just go in. Oh, there's at the very least some enemies to kill. Okay.
You should have listened to reason.
There's a retriever.
Prepare yourself.
And didn't we already... I feel like we've done this fight before. Oh no, this is Rasping Wrist. This is the fight we did with this swarm that walks.
Desna, guide my hand.
Now I recall. Okay. Go fight the Colossus. Reaver doesn't have Seela on, but Seela's turn's next, so... There we go. Drachne's gonna do its drone thing. This is Arclight. Arclight's gonna go in and finish off that mythic Drachne soldier. We only have 3 Sirocos left, which, you know, not ideal. Not the best amount of Sirocos. We should probably do Heroic Invocation. A few people are gonna be missing it, specifically the ones that died. And we're also gonna do... I don't know, let's just do like a Hellfire Ray on that one. That was awful. Okay. Did you just mind fog on my group again? Yes. The answer to that is a firm yes. Start shooting that one. You have concealment? Oh. Okay.
You should have run.
Well, one died. Good enough. Go kill that one. That one's almost dead now, too. That one died as it stood up. Nice. I'm not going to cast any more big spells. I wonder if we can rest in the Abyss. I was kind of expecting this to be done. I thought Aurelia was going to be the last fight of this group, because I don't think we cared too much about Discari with this one, but that's fine. Ember, you're killing me here with your misses.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
Shoot that
I
one.
will resist.
It did die. Cool.
This will hurt.
Okay, let's continue
I
on.
will lend you my aid.
I'm also going to
I'm
cast
never wrong.
this again. Ember and Soziel don't have the spell on, so...
The world has suffered enough.
Saving.
I'm gone.
I think this is where we fight him, yep. Oh, there is so many enemies here.
Mortal gnat! How dare you fly into my realm?
You hear astonishment in Discari's voice, but no fear, not yet. I silence your echo.
He was just an echo. Why should I care about him? I'll create another servant, one who is stronger and smarter.
Close the Worldwound.
It does not matter. I will find new servants and make them create another gateway to Galarian.
Killed you in Iz, and I'll kill you again. This time your death will be permanent.
In my realm.
Oh my god, we suck at our rolls. Jesus. I'm gonna retry those. At least one of them should go off, I would hope. Just the worst. Did we roll a critical fail? I think we have plus... Hang on, let's just take a look here. Yeah, we rolled a 1. We only needed to roll a 2 to succeed there on that last one. Abysmally bad.
You are my favorite aid.
God. Okay, let's try this again. We'll get at least 1 intimidate. Okay, I silenced your echo. Close the Worldwound. Killed you in his. There we go.
I will not die at the hand of this former mortal.
Discari finally loses his composure. The Great Demon Lord backs away from you like a frightened animal trying to escape a predator. As if you have a choice, demon. You don't get a say in whether you live or die. It's not your decision to make. Please tell me there's more than just Berryhill showing up. Oh, thankfully. Oh no. They're just doing the barrier. Now it's time for you to pay for all the evil you've caused since the moment of your creation. Now it's time for us to take a stand against all the evil you will do if left unchecked. Oh, this is going to be so bad unless we have actual allies. For Dresden and for every fallen crusader. For every tear that was shed in Sarkoris, now you will pay for everything you have done. Excellent. Death-stealing gaze just did a bunch of stuff. We're gonna die. Oh, these are not Ravager Fowlers, at least. We just took so much damage, though, in terms of stats, but that's okay. We can fix that problem, hopefully.
I will resist.
Can't fix our rolls, though. Our main character just died. Okay. We need death wards. We'll just start pouring some death wards on all of our characters, because I think Ember has them. We lost so much con in the first round of combat.
My unbiased
You're a good person. I like you.
Almost done. We don't have Guarded Hearth either, which is gonna suck. Hopefully our mass hold monster will work. Round 2. Well, round 3, I guess. Oh, hey, that worked. Cool. But you hear the hesitation in his voice.
It does not know.
Killed you in his. Oh, some of them vanish. No, they don't. Maybe they do. Did one of the Meriliths vanish when I got that to work? Maybe we need to put on like a persuasion gloves. To make the fight easier. It does look like one of the Meriliths is gone. Maybe both of them went? Kinda nice. No, just one.
Let you hurt my friends.
Oh, the con damage is not something we can just ignore. Okay. Well, what do we got
I
here?
will resist.
Do we not have True Sight anymore? How did it just heal for like 800 damage? We're dead again. I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to do here, considering their initiative rolls are so high and we can't even get a turn. I don't even know what killed me. That's the weird thing. Like, is it just con damage that we're taking tons of? We have 20 con. I don't know what's killing us. I guess it's just the con damage from the assassins. But I don't know what to do about that because we don't get a turn before we can move. We could
Are you ready to
maybe
move out?
put some Sirocos and hope that they help with the assassins, I guess. Put a force in on our character. Can't be flat-footed. Alright, let's see if that works. I mean, last time we got dispelled, so I don't know if that's going to help too much, but we'll see. Those Sirocos are in a terrible location. Yeah, just the one Marilith, guys. I hate these kind of fights where there's just such a huge, long intro. Yes, I know, the ward stone thing is very cool, but I don't want to see it 800 times. I just want to get a round of combat where I don't die in the first, like, before my main character can even do anything. Because if we can get, like, a mass heal or, like, a restoration, we'll be fine. He does just so much damage. Okay, we do get a turn. Okay, what do we got? What is our con at? It's 20. We're fine. In theory. Also, why does he get the most initiative? It's very annoying. We could just do straight up damage to him. What's his armor class looking like, though? Where is he? There he is. So he's got 65 armor, which is... it's a lot. It's not that much, though.
Don't hold back.
Did some damage to him. Stormbolt, that's fine. Super, we missed every one of our attacks against that one.
I will resist.
So many marauders are coming in. Ember can't do anything for some stupid reason. We don't have Guarded Hearth, so that's going to suck, but we do have Mass Healing, so let's just do that. Should help us a little bit. We have Storm Bolts, which may help us a little bit. It's going to be an uncertain... Did anyone get stunned? Yes, a couple people. Hopefully enough to not die from them. Do we just go after Tiscari?
The inheritor. Guide my blade.
What the hell just happened there? Natural attacks. That's what happened. Okay. We're still not hitting him.
Prepare yourself.
We need more Storm Bolts. Hopefully Ember can get something going here. Or Nenio. You know, one of them. Really wish we had Guarded Hearth. Probably would help a lot. Screw it, just heal. Let's keep blasting them all with Storm Bolts for now.
Into the fray.
Seal's getting back up. Gonna hit Tiscari for a little bit. He's stunned. Interesting. Do we kill the... We probably should kill these things first.
Guide my hand.
Almost killed that one. There's one Balor alive, apparently. And it can hit very hard. But not that hard, surprisingly. What is our health looking like on our main character? Oops, shit. Didn't mean to move Soziel. But that's fine, actually, he can attack. This turn. Everyone's down, even Discari. Killed another one. Oh, he's back up and did some damage. Killed that one, and there's some bugs, but I don't care about them at all. Is Sela alive? Yes, Sela's fine for now. There's one assassin left that is movable. Soziel. No, Soziel's dead. That's actually really bad. We're gonna run out of stuns. Ember is alive. She can try and dispel Discari, which I think might be our best and only hope of winning currently.
I will resist.
She almost killed that one. Good. But Ember is down currently, so that's not ideal. Nenio's still got more stuns to do. Discari's blind. That is helpful. Nenio can use scrolls. Do we think that getting Soziel back up is a good call? She is capable of using Raised Dead scrolls, I'm pretty sure. If I could see them, they're there. We never use our wands, I really should. Next turn, I guess, is going to be hopefully when we're going to do that. God, I hate those stupid debuffs. Oh, Ember's dead now. That's bad. We can't dispel. Okay, that guy's dead. Let's hope that Nenio can get someone back up. Let's 5-foot step away, and let's use this on Soziel. Soziel is alive. Discari is half dead. And we're dead. Oh, we're not quite dead. We're very close to death, though. If Soziel can't get up this turn, we are dead.
Desna, guide my hand.
Sweet, he is alive. Okay. Time for mass heal. Let's see if we can get Ember up now. Alright. He's over half dead. Sela just took the beating of her life. Oh no, the swarm is on one of our... Oh.
You should have run.
We were down on the ground, that's fine. That did not do a lot of damage to that swarm. Can we shoot the swarm? I don't think it'll do much damage. Let's just shoot Discari and hope we hit him. Ember should be able to get back up, and she is capable of it. She could Storm Bolt. Which actually might be a better idea than the other one. We can at least deal some damage to the things. And Soziel can mass heal, so. What do we have left for spells here? True Sight for everyone, I think, might be the best bet. No more concealment for you. That didn't do a lot, though. We're alive. Barely. Need another mass heal, like, right away.
I will resist.
Got a couple hits off with a Ruchelet. Let's see if we can get a Dispel. We're gonna need one. We dispelled... He doesn't have any buffs to dispel. We only can dispel True Seeing from him? What does he have? Nothing. He just has True Seeing. Okay, that was a terrible thing to do, but that's... whatever, we're fine. Nenio's turn.
Nice try. Didn't work though.
No glory without risk.
Good job, Sela. This is fine so far. We just need good luck on rolls, I guess.
Prepare yourself.
We're really running out of spells, though. I am kind of disappointed. Oh, we only have one more mass heal. Okay, well, this is coming down to the wire now.
This condition is irrational.
Did we do any damage? He did 500 damage to her. And no. The answer was no, we didn't do any damage.
Guide my blade.
Legs
At
are
least Nenio's very tanky at the particular second because she can't die.
You should have run.
We're so close to the end.
Desna, guide my hand.
We hit him at least for 42 more damage. Alright, Ember, you're just gonna have to do... just keep pumping these out. For whatever damage we can do.
Into the fray.
This condition is irrational.
Good job, Nenio. You're the best tank.
This will hurt. Make your peace.
Doesn't help that when we have 0 hits, though. That is less than... Oh no, why can't we do it? No, we can't cast any spells. Why not? What's wrong with her? Ember, what's wrong with you? Oh, you are nauseated. Sweet. Excellent. That's exactly what I was hoping for. An inability to do anything. Channel. At least you can heal a little bit that way. You can cast spells still, so... How is she... Oh, she's got 42 life points. That's funny. 5 foot step away. Maybe she can survive.
The light take you.
Not dead yet. Very close, though.
Don't hold back.
God damn, this is annoying. Come on. Someone hit this thing once.
I will resist.
Thank you. A ray of golden light illuminates your face.
I will be happy to welcome you into heaven after your earthly deeds are completed, if you so desire.
A ray of golden light illuminates your face. You hear a solemn choir singing somewhere in the distance. A shining road appears before you, leaving heavenward. The words of the goddess appear in your mind unbidden.
They are waiting for you there, in the halls of heaven, where true angels belong.
Targana gazes at the light and smiles softly.
The legions of heaven are in need of a new commander. Someone who will defend the innocent and remain steadfast in the face of evil. Will you accept my invitation? The gates of heaven await your arrival.
I told my companions that I would return to Dresden once the Worldwound was closed. I promised to help restore order, to make it a city of goodness and light. I cannot break my promise.
It's all over. The Worldwound is closed, and Discari has been destroyed. The Rasping Rifts no longer have a demon lord, but a new monster could lay claim to this realm. Is there anything else you would like to do before we leave this abode of evil and horror?
Let everything burn in a cleansing fire. A bright light streams from your hand. It transforms into a burning flame that consumes every surface it touches. This fire is from the upper planes. Or is it from the upper planes, or from the depths of your heart? It can reduce the rasping rifts to smoldering ruins. Ash and smoke will be all that remains of Discari's former realm.
Let this be a lesson to every demon lord. They cannot torment the mortal world with impunity. Commander, today you have achieved the greatest victory of all. Your crusade is over, but your story is not finished. Your future awaits. Your glory will live on through the ages.
A light breeze caresses your face, a breath of fresh air after everything you've endured. Your homeworld of Golarion eagerly awaits your return. There'll be no more long battles, no more pain or exhaustion. A new future awaits. A future full of hopes and promise.
This will be quick.
Except that we're still in battle. No, we're not. Life and death, destiny and great deeds, answers to mysteries, the search for one's true path. The mind can comprehend all of these, and then such concepts can be written down as a sequence of formulas, a series of lines, a chain of thought. Still, a moment always comes when it's time to wrap up, to reach a conclusion, to put a period at the end of the last sentence. The impossible rift, the bleeding wound that had tormented all of Golarion for 100 years was finally healed. The life and soul of the one who once inflicted this wound upon the world became the salve. With the death of the witch Arilu Vorlesh, the world wound she had created vanished as well. The holy flame that engulfed the rasping rifts was felt throughout the abyss. The anger and fear that overtook many abyssal lords almost led to the creation of a coalition against heaven, but like many other demonic undertakings, this alliance crumbled to dust under the weight of strife. Even heaven, who had never known a greater miracle than that of a mortal who had vanquished the demonic power seated in her by another to ultimately become an angel, a true champion of Golarion. The Fifth Crusade may not have lasted long, but in that short time, Dresden became the commander's city, her bulwark, her citadel. Unsurprisingly, she remained the ruler of the city and the surrounding lands after the spectacular victory at Threshold. The impact that the commander made upon the world was not confined to the elimination of the wound. Across all of Golarion, thousands of hearts were now aglow with the light of compassion. Songs and legends about the commander spread across nations and cities, giving hope to the despondent, urging people to help each other in times of need. The Holy Wardens preserved their brotherhood and would often launch raids against cultists and demons who still skulked about the land. The two seasoned paladins, Yaniel and Berenger, came to each other's company both in battle and in peace. Their age, similar personalities, and the unusual fate brought them closer together. Wherever they appeared, they would always be followed by a crowd of young warriors and curious onlookers, all of whom craved to hear their stories or imbibe some of their wisdom and skill. Despite all of Katar's efforts, word that he was alive quickly spread among the Sarkorian refugees. It eventually reached the ears of his wife. She had grown old but lived still, and one day, they met again under the stone tree after having spent almost 100 years apart. Eliandra, who had given almost her entire life over to duty, devoted herself to the revival of the former lands of Sarkoris. Temples of Pelura and other Sarkorian deities opened their doors once more, and the priests were eager to help heal the wounds of the people and the land. As the leader of the Crusaders, the commander won their loyalty and obedience. Even in the Crusade's darkest hours, the commander found ways to restore the army's supply lines. Her military acumen was beyond question. Under her leadership, the divided, poorly trained Crusader forces were reforged into an invincible army. Due to the success of the commander's diplomatic strategy, by the end of the war, Mendev's true political center was Dresden, not Nerosian. After gaining the support of foreign rulers and finding allies in the capital, Dresden became the shining example of the new Mendev, one that was nurtured by the commander's ideas. The significance and accomplishments of the Crusade were so great that even a century after the end of the war, Dresden retained its prominence on the map of Avestan. The commander's diplomatic, military, and administrative talent turned the fortress into a key political player. Queen Gelfrey returned to Nerosian with the intent to rule Mendev as before, but it turned out Mendevian society was hungry for change. The war-ravaged nation desired new leadership, but the queen would not countenance yielding her authority to anyone else. She believed her duty to her homeland had not yet been fulfilled. Upon returning to Canabris, Hulrun ranted and raged against those who had been governing the city in his absence. But contrary to all expectations, Hulrun's inquisitors were far less vicious than in days past. It seemed the time he had spent fighting in the Fifth Crusade had tempered him somewhat. The chain of wardstones stored at the border of the former Worldwound as before. The angels inside them slowly drifted off into slumber, to wake again should evil ever again rear its head in these lands. The victory over the Worldwound changed many things as well, not just on Golarion, but in the Midnight Isles. Nocticula spent many days pondering the words of a certain young and fearless prophet. Before long, the Lady in Shadow openly renounced her realm, and named herself the Redeemer Queen. This revolt against her own demonic nature transformed Nocticula, severing her ties to the Abyss and brought her to Elysium. There, upon creating a realm named Midnight's Palette, the Redeemer Queen attained divine power and became the patroness of exiles. The now vacant throne was instantly seized by Chimera, the Ardent Dream. However, her power could not compare to the Midnight of the Lady in Shadow. The Midnight Isles, which had become a tempting prize for many demons, were plunged into chaos. The commander celebrated her victory over Ereshkigal. Little did she know that some demon lords go as far as forfeiting their own life to achieve their ends. The mask of the inscrutable Ereshkigal remained in the possession of the commander of the Fifth Crusade until the very end. She refused to or could not find the strength to discard that sinister item, and shortly after the Battle of Threshold she began disappearing for days at a time, then suddenly returning, unable to recall what had happened to her. The Demon Lord Baphomet suffered a defeat, the Worldwound was closed, and the convenient passage to Golarion was sealed along with it. Baphomet shifted his attention to the realms of other Demon Lords. A cell of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth was soon discovered in Alushanira. The Demon Lord Discari died his final death, and his cult perished with him. His followers and demonic minions entered the service of Discari's sire, Pazuzu. Whether Pazuzu's terrifying rage stemmed from his offspring's demise or from his failure, none can tell. The Tierabades were adamant about retiring from military service, leaving it all behind and escaping together, but urgent Eagle Watch business forced them to stay for a week, then for a month, then for many years. Even as Anevia cursed their lot. However, her eyes would shine with pride, for she was always the first to admit that Irabeth was not the kind of person who could just up and retire. The hand of the Inheritor returned to the halls of his heavenly mistress. It was difficult for him to forgive himself for his transgressions and his fall, but there were many places left throughout the multiverse where evil dwelt and injustice was being wrought, and the Herald of Iomedae could not abide it. He picked up his sword again and rose to the defense of the weak and defenseless. The Dretch, known as the Suture, never made peace with the loss of his mistress. He retreated to her old laboratory where he wandered the empty halls, activating the magical projectors again and again, for in their pale light there still lived an image of the one who had been so important to the solitary demon. The storyteller, old as the tales he collected, continued his travels across Golarion and occasionally beyond. He knew that out there somewhere there was one story he would never find. His own. Once again, Sela heard the call of the open road. Even after gaining mythic powers and coming face to face with goddesses and demon lords, she never stopped being a paladin and wandering knight, whose purpose was to help others. Staying true to friends was in Sela's blood, and it's said that even while journeying through the farthest reaches of Golarion, she tried her best to keep in touch with the commander. Their rare meetings were always filled with joy. Ember joined the Redeemed Brotherhood. She never recognized herself as the leader or gave any orders, but her very presence inspired the former miscreants to perform great deeds. Over time, the Brotherhood grew into a major religious movement. Its preachers took a vow of poverty and walked the roads of Golarion, helping the needy, convincing villains to change their ways, and entreating both good and evil deities alike to be more merciful to mortal kind. Soon after the war, the tireless researcher of all things researchable embarked on a new journey. She had a sudden urge to know how much time it would take to visit every nation on Golarion. She never returned. No, she did not perish. She simply got carried away with another experiment and forgot to come back. To his own surprise, Woljif Jefto became a war hero. Esteem and fame were shortly followed by great wealth. The Thiefling did not let his newfound fortune turn his head, but chose to invest the money in several profitable ventures and one charity for street urchins. Within a few years, his signature style came to include a top hat, a cane, and a bit of a belly. He always kept a bottle of his best liquor and 2 cups at the ready, just on the off chance his chief would swing by for a visit. After the victory, Soziel returned home. Now a famed Crusader hero, he humbly officiated at a temple of Shaylin, painted, grew sweet-smelling fruits, and made the best wine in the region. His former kindly smile returned less and less often. He avoided talking about the war, and when people asked about his brother's fate, he replied curtly that Trevor had been killed by demons. During the war, Soziel met an engineer by the name of Aaron Kier. Their meeting turned into a friendship, which turned into love, and then it was time for the wedding. Later, the cleric would say that the only memory of his beloved had allowed him to cope with the terrors, of the Abyss and keep his sanity. Virgil Derenge wrote a treatise on waging war against demons, both a practical manual and a philosophical exhortation, and once that was done, he succumbed to his bleaching completely. He was posthumously reinstated to the order and buried with honors in the officers' cemetery. His treatise was used in all future wars against the Abyss by mortals, angels, and devils alike. Before he died, he managed to send a letter to the commander. Did it contain sincere farewells or a list of directives? Impossible to say. No one was privy to the contents except the recipient. After the victory over the Worldwound, Greyboar did not return to his former profession. After all, the war had shown him that gold was not good enough reason to kill. Greyboar went wandering, and every time he encountered a dishonorable, unscrupulous behavior, he would not deny himself the pleasure of a confrontation. In Avestan, the brave dwarf was reputed to be a noble knight-errant, but whenever he heard such a thing, he would just let out a good-natured chuckle. He simply enjoyed a good fight. Aruchale had changed her nature, completely ridding herself of evil, but she would not dare to live among the mortals. She took up residence in a small house away from their settlements. Shortly afterward, rumors began to spread. Some said there was a kind sorceress living in the cottage, or perhaps a reclusive saint, and people would come to her asking for help. She never refused anyone, and in time, she earned their trust and friendship. When the former demon was not busy helping mortals, she spent time with the commander, who often visited her at the house. They had nothing to hide or be ashamed of, and yet, in her shyness, Aruchale tried to conceal the relationship from prying eyes. "This is our Elysium," she would say, "yours and mine, and no one needs to know about us."
And what of me, the writer of these words? The half-demon witch known as the architect of the Worldwound. I was defeated and fell at the hand of the one I had tried to transform. My experiment ended in failure, and my life ended along with it. I have recounted the story of my life for you, Pharasma, Lady of Graves. Not only of my life, but of the commander's also. I believe the tale of such an illustrious figure would pique even a goddess's curiosity. Now you know everything. I await your verdict, goddess.
Silence hangs over the boneyard. The Lady of Graves is weighing her decision, and it seems the entire universe is holding its breath, awaiting her pronouncement. Who would dare break a silence so absolute? We will intervene. Though you are no longer here, your mythic powers entitle you to have a say in this trial. Man, we suck at skill checks, though. I'm gonna try this one. I appeal to your mercy. The plains have suffered enough. Do not add to the evil already wrought yet another act of evil. Your words ring out in the silence. They are heard, considered, and given their due weight.
The laws of the universe have existed for millennia. They are incontrovertible, but even they allow the decider of fate some degree of influence over the verdict. You wrought great evil, while it stemmed from the evil that was done to you. Your actions far exceeded it. Your soul is dark, and there is only one place for you in the universe. And yet, the one whom you harmed most of all now appeals to me on your behalf. I shall send you to the Maelstrom, the plane on the edge of the world. A place to which the gods' gazes do not stray. There you will find yourself. Or you will perish in the whirlwind of chaos that is your soul. So be it. Now you, the mortal who has risen so high as to stand boldly in the presence of the goddess of fate. You have done the impossible, and you will be remembered as long as this universe exists. Go, live out the rest of your life. I look forward to tales of your future deeds.
And I think that is the end of the game. So, awesome game. Really love it. We are going to be starting another playthrough. We're going to take the Trickster path, and it's going to branch at Act 5. So we're going to do Trickster on one side. So it's going to be one playthrough up until Act 5, and then it's going to split into two again. Because Act 5 and Act 6 are relatively short, one side's going to do the full Trickster Ascension path. We're going to do the secret ending with the full Ascension to... on one branch. The other branch is going to go the legend path, and we're going to do the giving up our powers entirely and becoming just immortal, just to see what kind of that's like, and also to reach level 40. I think it'll be kind of fun. But for now, I'm going to leave you guys here. Like always, when we reach the end of a series, I ask that if you enjoy the channel's contents, please consider subscribing. And other than that, I'm going to leave you guys here. Take care, and I will see you all in the next playthrough. Take care.